That was the sound of the jar of names, a rather pathetic sound of jar of names. But let's get out a name. This video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Dragonlord 55511. Right, back in the jar of names you go. So welcome to a belated podcast. This is a Cup of Tea podcast. This is the Cup of Tea. And this is the podcast. Right then. So, let me get my list here and have a look, see what we're going through then. So this is the first one in August. It is halfway through August, but sadly, a bit behind. We'll talk about that in the update soon. But yeah, welcome to August. Anyway, you can get down to my comment if it's there. A first comment. It should be a skip list, and you can skip to this week's update, this week's topic, this week's TV time, this week's question, and this week's goals. Update. So, why are we behind yet again? 2.5 weeks we're behind. But why are we behind this time? This time is not personally my fault. It's the internet. So the internet went down for about 2 weeks. It's only just starting to sort of, not materialise, that's a completely different word. It's just starting to sort of stabilise now. I had no idea what happened. It just, obviously, things weren't loading up, things weren't happening. It was horrible. But it seems to be working now, which is why we're sort of catching up. I just need to obviously make a few videos which I couldn't make before because of the internet problems, such as the podcasts. Right then, another update as well. Remember Cold Cuppa, sorry. It's where I was uploading all of my old Let's Plays onto, and I'm putting them on private videos. Because I still have all my other videos uploaded, they're just private, so you can't see them. I've recently seen something, I think on the 29th of August, which is about 2-3 weeks away. All of the comments on private videos will be deleted, and you can't comment on private videos, which is a shame because the way I was doing this with my Cold Cuppa videos, I was taking the comments that were on the videos that were uploaded ages ago, the old ones before the redesign, and then I was putting them all together, like me writing them out about what people said on the private videos. And obviously, 2 reasons here. On the 29th, they're all going to be deleted, so I can't see what they were, which is obviously a very big shame. Because I won't be able to read what they are, and I will not be able to get them all written down before the 29th. That's just not going to happen. You know how bad I am at doing things. It won't happen. Plus, obviously, on the Cold Cuppa videos, all of them are private anyway, or unlisted, so you can still see them, but only if you go through like in a playlist. So that would mean that you won't be able to see the comments on that video anyway. So it looks like all the comments on those old videos we won't be able to see. They'll just obviously be lost now, unfortunately, because that's the way things go. I was going to do this because I think 40k Warrior Man was the one that wanted me to put them over there, and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. It's a big history sort of part of that comments on them videos, so I thought I was going to try and do that. Although sadly, no, I can't this, which is a big shame, but alas, that is it. I might try and see if I can save a few, such as first comments from people. I do have 40k Warrior Man's first comment because obviously he's always been talking about that sort of thing, so I do have his, but I might try and get some other people's as well. But yeah, sad bit of information there, but hopefully it'll be easier to get those videos uploaded, which means I can delete them off my hard drive. Okay then, moving on to Skyrim. Just a brief little thing I wanted to talk about with the Skyrim. I've always said I'm going to do the Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls games eventually, Let's Play-wise. Obviously I just want to start with the first one, Arena. I'll probably do it like a special sort of short series for Arena, because it's quite a short-ish type of game. But basically Skyrim is the one I'm talking about. Skyrim Remasters was announced this E3. I just wasn't really fond about it, like, it seems good, it's nice that they've got mods on the PlayStation 4 now and stuff. But obviously I'm still playing the first one, so there's not much point in me getting it. But I realised, if I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Skyrim, why would I do the normal game when I can get the Skyrim Remastered version and get better graphics and a few mods as well? So like that sort of renewed, that's sort of like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to be great, it's going to be fantastic. Obviously it doesn't have all the mods, but it has a few things, like there's more adoptable children on the trailer, friendlier dragons, and there's just a few bits and bobs which obviously I'll put in. So when it comes to it, when I actually do it, we'll probably make a video choosing which mods we're going to use and what's obviously going to happen, but that'll be a while away, because I want to work through the other 4 first. And Couple Adventure, this is the last bit of update. I was behind, and I was trying to catch up by the end of the summer holiday, and I realised something very stupid of me that I didn't realise. Basically, I said ages ago that with Couple Adventure, I'm never going to push out every video that I've missed, because that is unprofessional. It just doesn't seem right, It's like forcing things to get out for the sake of being out, which is not what I want to do for that Couple Adventure. On this channel, it's not so much. It's a bit different because, it's this just works different on Let's Plays. They're longer, they fit into that sort of structure better. But with this one, with a couple of adventure, I don't want to force these stuff out. I want to do these properly and nice and stuff. So basically what I've done then, all the videos that I've missed, I've just pushed forward to a different date. So for example, bad example because the Crest video is out already, but the Crest video that I made was probably supposed to be out like 3 months ago. But because obviously I'm behind, I pushed it out whenever I made it, oh dear, which was a few weeks ago, or whenever it was, a few months ago. So it was obviously not when it was supposed to be uploaded. I was just going to upload every one that I've missed, which is obviously not what I want to do. So I've changed that around now and just put everything into a new order, starting from last week it was actually, and then hopefully everything from now on will be okay. And so technically I have caught up. I've actually got a backlog of some videos that I've recorded already, so hopefully a couple of Adventure will be sorted by the end of the summer holiday, which is what my goal is to be. I'm going to try and get these videos out each Friday. So one this Friday, one next Friday, blah, 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 blah. Hopefully that'll be caught up, and that'll be one of the goals for the summer that I had sort of completed in a roundabout, looking at it differently sort of way. Big update there, but it's been a while since I've had an update. Anyway, let's go on to topic then. So what videos have we got coming up this week? Let me open up my documentation. Which for some reason it's opened up my Skyrim book guide. Which is not what I want. There it is. Right, okay then. So let's go through the videos that we've got coming up in the next few days. And I'm just going to upload them as soon as they're ready. I've got a few ready on the pipeline already. But this is what's going to be happening in the next few days or so. So we've got this podcast here. The next video you'll see will be a Fable Adventure video called The Milky Brew. You know what The Milky Brew is. It's my ship. Guess what happens in Fable Adventure. After that, we'll have Bioshock 2. It's called Goodnight Father Wales. Not with the, the whale, the proper Father Wales, the guy that we defeat in that episode. Wednesday, not Wednesday, it'll be the day after that, or whenever it is. It'll be a Fable Adventure video called Mrs. Avatar. Guess what happens in that? Key emphasis on the Mrs. I'm playing a Mr., so guess what's happening. A Fable Adventure we have after that called... No, it's not. It's Bioshock 2 after that, called Deadly Daddies. Big Daddies in the game. They're deadly. Probably going on a Big Daddy hunt. After that, we have a Fable Adventure called The Lost Kingdom. Part of the story in a Fable Adventure is about talking. Basically, we go into the Lost Kingdom, and if you don't know what the Lost Kingdom is, then you'll find out soon enough. And then after that, we've got another Fable Adventure video called Snow Spire Pointing, and that'll be that. After that, will be the next podcast where I'll obviously update you again and give you a new list. Okay, no hints for the couple of adventure videos, because obviously these videos are out of sync, so we'll wait until we're back on track until we do the hints again for that. And then after that, we have TV Time. TV Time, what's going on? Dark Matter, I'm still watching. I haven't watched any of Marco Polo yet, still only the first episode. But Dark Matter has been really good. I've been enjoying it. They've seemed to be, like I said, moving away from the typical sci-fi things that you usually find. And they've sort of gone into sort of play on the backstories of the characters, which is what I've always said would be a good move from the first series, which I think they've done. And I'm actually really enjoying it. Some people have said that it's a bit convoluted, the story, or convoluted. The story of Dark Matter, where it's a bit, you don't know what's happening here. But I think that's quite good. I think that's a design choice done by the producers, because it's like they don't really know what's going on in the world, so we shouldn't really know what's going on in the world. And I think that's quite a nice little tidbit. Like, you don't really know what's happening on this world. I suppose the downside of that is you feel like this world is not very fleshed out, which I think it is. Like, you do hear things about the companies and all the colonies and all stuff like that. But I think because you don't know much about them, it makes it feel like they're not fleshed out as enough. But I think they are. It's just because I think it's a design choice that you're not supposed to know much about these worlds, just like they're not. Okay, Musketeers, we saw the finale of that. That was quite a nice finale. It was a nice sort of send-off. Very good music. The score was fantastic. And now we're just waiting for the next sort of BBC or TV drama series to start on the weekends. The next one that looks like it might be promising is called Victoria. It's about the young Victoria, which looks very drama-y, not very action-y like the Musketeers was, but we'll see what it's like. And obviously, it's only an 8-part series, which starts at the end of the month, so we'll find out what that's like. Okay, moving on. Community section. Mentioned Monday. These are the people that commented on the last videos since the last podcast. Usually it would be the last week, but not today because we're out of sync. Well, let's go off. Today we have 8 names. We're starting off with the returning Horia, Max Ravage, 40k Warrior Man, Nick Pro, 8-Ball Reaper, Dragon Lord 55511, Dark Shadows 101, The Lord of Darkness, and Eli Gannon. So thank you for commenting on the last few videos. I apologise for being late, but we're going to catch up soon, hopefully. Okay, Q&A. I think we have 2 questions this week, sort of. We have my Lord of Dragons, Dragon Lord 55511, who says, "Hello sir, JD262, I have a question and a riddle for you. Question: what is the origins of the British Union Jack flag and who made it?" Who made it? Not sure off the top of my head, but the origins of it are each part of the Union Jack is from a different part of the UK. Wales is, I think it's the red. Is it the Red Cross? That's the Welsh flag that goes across, like from corner to corner. That's the Welsh flag. It's like a white background with the red cross. The red cross in the middle, like a plus sign, that is the British flag. And then the Scottish one is the white cross on the blue background, which is Scotland. Obviously, there isn't one for Northern Wales, Northern Ireland. But it's basically it's all come together, and that's what the Union Jacket is. Fun fact, I don't know about who made it or anything, but fun fact I can tell you instead is British ships are not allowed to fly the Union Jack unless they are military or authorised to do so. Like if you're a basic ship, like say for example I had a yacht, took it out on the ocean, I was not allowed to fly the Union Jack flag because it's against the rules. I think it's like merchant ships are not allowed to use the same thing either. They have to use a different type of flag, which is where the Union Jack's in a corner and there's something else. A bit like the Australian one, which is probably where the Australian flag came from as well. But anyway, Riddle, I had a bright start, but I could not take the pressure. I consume everything, yet I don't eat anything. What am I? It is a black hole, I believe. I'm just going to read the hint as well. It is a space event that happens during the death of a star. Either when it goes nova or supernova, it engulfs everything, even light, yet no one knows where it goes. Yeah, I think it's a black hole. Okay. Question from Horia. It's not a question, it's a riddle. Instead of a riddle, well, not a riddle then. I have a dare for you this week. I dare you to say lasagna with a Russian accent. I've tried this a minute ago, and I don't get it. But I'm going to try it anyway. Excuse me for my very bad Italian Russian accent. Lasagna. So I think that sounds alright, fine. Minus the bad accent, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's supposed to sound like something else. Lasagna. I'm not sure. Anyway, moving forward on to the subscribers there. Last podcast we had 1,190. This week we've gone up 4. Used to saying these things. This episode we've gone up to 4 by going to 1,194. Very close to 1,200, which we were before that massive sort of update happened where those fake accounts or whatever it was got deleted. But this week we welcome to the community a few names. We have Sir Gurgles, Dawnstar, Jake Dempsey, Chris Plichter, Thomas Gaming, and Tony Weitzkrovich. Right then, so welcome to the community. If you are looking forward to any TV shows, let me know what they are. Moving forward now on to question. Here we go. So last week's question. The last podcast question was about. Thing known as the Comic Cons videos. The Comic Con video is out now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But here are what some people said about what they want to see from it and stuff like that. Horiat said he's never really cares about Comic Cons. He's never been able to go to some because they're all in foreign countries or too expensive to get there. Max Ravage says he would like to see some cosplayers. And if he had some money, he'll be cosplaying as well. And he also says about the original Darth Vader being there as well. He said his childhood hero, where he's like, he needs to see it. Couldn't quite get the picture of him, unfortunately. He wasn't there when I was sort of filming that part of the con. Sorry, I was my folder was on the control button and it was zooming out. But couldn't quite see him there. But unfortunately, who did I get? I don't think I saw anybody Star Wars wise. Sorry about that. 40K Roman says he would like to see anything, but anything I sort of get he would like, because I'm sure he would like it and find some things interesting. It was mostly cosplayers on the video that I had. Right, but this week's question is, soon I'll be starting a new Let's Play. Not really a secret about what it is. It was requested by somebody. Horio it was. It is Azura's Wrath. Very, very soon it's going to be started. Probably going to be next week in terms of these videos being uploaded, but probably after the next podcast and before the one after that is when it's going to be happening. So just a quick question for anyone that's played it, which is probably more directly directed at Horia, but anyone that's played Azura's Wrath, is there anything I need to know about before playing it? I've heard that the true ending is in DLC, which I need to get, which I probably will get. And I'm talking about the trophies as well, like how hard are the trophies to get? Apparently you have to get like S rank. How hard is it to get S rank and stuff like that? And yeah, just let me know if I need to know anything before I go into the game. Obviously no spoilers though, please. Okay, after that is this week's comment. This week's comment goes to Horia, who says on a episode of Bioshock 2, well, you always said spear was your favourite weapon. Yes, because in the game I found a spear gun, and it's like, I noticed this as well. It's like, I've always said spears are my favourite, so when I realised, oh wait, this is a spear, and I love it. It's fantastic. It's like, yeah, you know, it's just, I see it myself as well. It's like fantastic. It's like the whole channel law thing where these things all just fit together, and it's just perfect. And these things just happen without me even planning them. It's like it was planned, as I usually say. Okay, goals next. So what's going to happen by the next podcast? Well, by next week, what week are we on? It's the 16th today. Recording this. By next week, I would like to at least have the next podcast out. Hopefully, all the way into the next into the next lot of week's videos as well. So like the 5 videos that I've named today, or 6 videos, plus the next podcast, and hopefully a few more after that as well. But we'll see what happens. And another one is I want to try and get some basic playlists going because people keep asking for them. So I'm going to try and make just basic ones, like literally just make a playlist with the title, put them in. Don't bother about putting in the description or anything, just make them, because I feel like that needs to happen. But that is it. Quite a lengthy video, not too lengthy, but it's a big update, that's why it was so long. But yeah, let me finish this cup of tea. Right, so I shall say, until the next time we meet, farewell. I'll hopefully be podcast very soon, so we'll catch up again. But yeah, internet's back. Let's hope it all goes well, and hopefully these things will happen. Because my thing is, the summer holiday is nearly over. I can see the end now, which usually means I'm going to get a lot of work done. So let's find out if that's the truth. Okay then, but yeah, I shall leave you now with what film? Dun, 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 dun. Flash! Ah! Savior of the universe.